My name's Steven. This is my motorcycle. I wanted to share with you guys the build process. So here you go. Today I have a 2005 VTX 1300C. I'm going to put some Harley bags on it. I got to do a longer rear fender. These handlebars are very uncomfortable. Got ape hangers, just 8-inch bagger apes. Stripped down the VTX fender off. Took all the lights off the Harley fender. So the problem that I'm running into is the width of the Harley fender isn't even close to that of the VTX fender, as you can kind of see right in here. I'm going to probably cut this one right here. The width of this fender, even when it tapers back here, is a lot fatter. Not a lot, but like an inch, so it would look funny if I grafted in that fender. Well, I've successfully butchered both fenders, so I have no choice but to continue now. The saddlebag is just kind of mocked up right now. Fender, I had to cut on the VTX to get the radius right, which isn't perfect, but hopefully I can make it look good. The saddlebag, I mean, it's not perfectly like a Harley, but I like the look of it. So I got this all welded together. I gotta finish grind it, do some body work. Got the handlebars off. I'm gonna install the risers. Cables I got ran push cable. This guy right here, because I didn't adjust it properly when I installed it. My bad, no worries. I got them set pretty much where I want them. I put the seat on just as like a mock-up, but I'll have to wait for my Mustang seat to get here. I finished ground the fender. I filled all these holes in. There's a couple more holes down here that I just put bolts in, welded it, and then ground it down. Ground the seam down that I welded. I just painted it with POR 15. These saddlebag mounts, I got the right side done, which is this one, and that's all fitted to the bike. It's all welded up, and then I just bolted it to the left side so I could cut apart and scab in the pieces I needed to. Apparently on the Yamaha the depths were different, so that spacing is smaller than this. Doesn't matter, just going to bolt in a different place on the Harley bags, but that's what I got. So I wanted everything up top to match perfectly, so it'll bolt up to my Honda Harley fender, I guess now. So the bags will be exactly the same. I got the brackets for the saddlebag all fabbed up. They would have to move together with the fender. You can see how it goes. Works pretty well. I mean, it's a little bouncy, but I installed the brake line, which is a little long, but it's going to allow for the preload and the shocks. I got the clutch cable installed. That was easy. Just the right length clutch cable. Time-consuming part is soldering. There's 19 in this 19 wires that I have to extend. I did these 8 already. This cluster of wire from Amazon that I was going to use because it was different colors, but it was made in China and I didn't want to have a breakdown because I used cheap friggin' wire. So I ended up using this Anchor Marine stuff that I had left over from my tiny house. I soldered, covered each solder with shrink wrap, and then I covered each shrink wrap with one turn of the Super 33 Scott. Now, I'm not very good at body work, but it's coming. This is the biggest thing, is making this transition I've got the shape basically that I want. I got it primed. I sanded it down with 220. Obviously didn't do a very good job of getting the dust off. It came out better than expected, actually. I'm very pleased with how it looks. Everything's back together. I haven't painted it yet. I wanted to install everything, take it for a test drive, and make sure I didn't have any clearance issues, which I don't so far. Here's what the back of it looks like. I still have to adjust the blinkers because they're pointed down at the ground. So the windshield is there. The mounting hardware for it is here. I got all the body parts off. Last couple days I've spent sanding, getting ready for the bed liner, which is Monstaliner. That's that stuff. A and B, mix them together. Light quartz gray is the color. This is my layout. I got everything screwed in place so it won't move when I paint. Everything's sanded down. I used MEK thinner. That stuff is nasty. 2 coats of Monstaliner on everything. It came out very well. I put it out here in the shed because it stinks wicked bad. The Monstaliner is kicked. It's all dry. I don't know if you can see the texture on it, but it's pretty cool. But I'm excited to get it back together, mostly to go for a ride on my motorcycle. Finally finished the bike, and it immediately started pouring rain. Here's the side view. Back turned out really nice. Saddlebags are mounted securely. Satisfied with that. The hardest part was the blinkers back here, because I widened that fender. The angled Harley mounts right here didn't line up on that curve where they originally were, so I had to make those crazy brackets. Handlebars, good height for me. Mustang seat, super comfortable. New windshield, quick release brackets. Harley saddlebags. Tons of carrying capacity. Custom Honda Harley rear fender. Monstaliner. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Time to ride.